Have a great day. How to listen and use vocabulary fluently like a native. Make it a habit to listen to podcasts on a variety of topics anytime. And you will remember how to use vocabulary in everyday conversations.
A traditional American wedding. Many young couples consider their wedding to be one of the most important days of their lives. They often spend a year planning for it, finding a place, selecting a menu, buying a wedding dress, ordering invitations and sending them to friends and relatives, selecting musicians, and more. The bride chooses her bridesmaids and maid of honor, and the groom chooses his groomsman and best man. The bride and groom want to make this day special for themselves and for their guests. Sometimes the bride and groom use a professional wedding planner so they don't have to do everything by themselves. When the day arrives, the groom doesn't usually see the bride before the wedding. It is considered bad luck for him to see her ahead of time. When the wedding begins, the groom and groomsmen enter first. Next, the maid of honor and bridesmaids enter. When the bride finally enters in her white dress, everyone turns around to look at her. Often, the bride's father or both of her parents walk her down the aisle to the groom. During the ceremony, the bride and groom take vows. They promise to love and respect each other for the rest of their lives. The groom's best man holds the rings for them until they are ready to place them on each other's fingers. At the end of the ceremony, the groom lifts the bride's veil and kisses her. There is a dinner and dance after the ceremony. The bride and groom usually dance the first dance alone. Then guests join them. Before the bride and groom leave the party, the bride throws her bouquet over her head, and the single women try to catch it. It is believed that the woman who catches it will be the next one to get married. The newlyweds usually take a trip, called a honeymoon, immediately after the wedding.
Destination wedding. A year ago, Emily Reese and Josh Knoll got engaged. The couple surfs, and one afternoon at the beach, Josh wrote, "I love you, will you marry me?" in the sand. Of course, I told him yes, Emily laughs. Later, Josh and Emily called their families. When we told them everyone was happy, Josh says, there was just one problem. Where would the couple get married? Josh's family is from Chicago, Emily explains. They wanted us to have the wedding there. My family is in Miami, and they wanted it in that city, and Josh and I work in San Francisco. Then the couple had an idea. Have a destination wedding. We planned to honeymoon in Baja, Mexico, and go surfing, Josh explains. So we said to ourselves, let's have the entire wedding in Baja, on the beach. Today, 1 in 4 couples in the U.S. has a destination wedding. The couple and their guests travel to an interesting place in another city or country for the event. Couples do it because it's fun, but there's another reason. The average American wedding costs around $35,000. Often, a destination wedding is several $1,000s less, mainly because fewer people attend. The average number of guests at a destination wedding is 48, compared to 136. That's a big savings, especially for couples who pay for it by themselves. Emily liked the idea for another reason. I couldn't picture myself in a church in a formal dress, she says. I wanted something casual and fun. When Emily and Josh got married in Baja, only close family and friends came. It was small, but we all enjoyed ourselves, Emily says. Also, before the wedding, I didn't know Josh's sister. but she stayed in Baja for a few days, and I spent time with her. It was a great way to meet my new in-laws and get to know them.